בוקר טוב, שורשים! Today, Be'ezrat Hashem, we're going to start Daf Mem Chet, Amud Aleph. The last word on Daf Mem Zayin, Amud Bet, is by. By Rav Papa. Rav Papa asked a question. We talked about yesterday about the comets. We know that the comets, you have to put it in a keli. I'm not sure, I think it's machavat. So the Gemara is asking, let's say if this is the keli, what about if he took the comets and he put it on the side of the keli? What is that considered? If that's okay, if that's doing the avodah of the comets, we're going to see. Davke le comets bedufne demana. So he put the comets in the side of the keli. Mai, what is that case? If that's the case, that it's okay, that he did the avodah, the sacrifice on the comets. The Gemara, toch keli ba'inan, we know that it's have to be toch keli. Veha ika. Even if it's on the side, we can say that it's inside the keli, right? Or dilma, maybe we can say, anacha betocho ketikno ba'inan, that it have to be really inside, like a regular usage, usage of the keli that you have to put it inside. Vehaleka, and he put it on the side. He didn't put it on the bottom of the keli. So what is that case? So the Gemara say, teko. Okay? Tishbi yitzaret kushiyot u'ba'ayot. We'll wait for Eliyahu Navi. Bayamar baravashi, Mar bar Ashi, it was a Mora, the son of Rav Ashi, that Apcha lemana. What about if he put the keli upside down? The keli was, his side, on one side was very, very tall, on the other side was very short. So what about that case if he turned it around? V'dafka lekomets be'areite demana, and he did put it on the bottom, but because he flipped the keli, mau, what is the din? The Gemara saying the same tirutz. What's your safek? What's your question? What's the problem? Does we need anacha betocho ba'inan? We really need to put the anacha inside ve'ha'ika. Yes, he did put it on the inside, right? It doesn't matter, he says. Maybe because he flipped it, it doesn't matter. It's still a keli. Or dilma anacha ketikono ba'inan. Or maybe we need to put the comets ketikuno, like a regular usage that we have to put the comets, veleka, because we know that the keli have, like I said, you have to put it in the regular usage, of the keli. The Gemara is answering again, teko. By Rav Papa asking again, Meloch Ofnav, the Meloch Ofnav, we talked about the Ktoret, that he have to put it with two hands, She'amru, Mechukot o Gdushot, Machuk, it's when, let's say you fill up a cup, okay, with flour, and then you clean the top. All the extra you clean, this is Machuk, o Gdushot, sometimes you put flour, and there is a little bit extra that going on top of the keli. So what is the case? How I need to bring the spices? If machuk, that it's going to be exactly on the line of my fingers, or it can go a little bit on over. Amar le Rav Abba le Rav Ashi. He answered, he said, Tashma, it says, מלוא חופניו שאמרו לא מחוקות ולא קדושות, אלא תפופות. When they say מלוא חופניו, that it have to be מלוא חופניו, that it have to be full, it means that it doesn't have to be מחוקות in צמצום, that it's going to be like a little bit מחוקות, I'm sorry, it's not exactly, it's a little bit below, it's under, או קדושות, that it's extra, okay? אלא תפופות. It have to be tafuf. Tafuf, it's that it's full and the line of death, it's like you fill up I don't know if you guys know, when you fill up a water, you can always put a couple of more drops. And you can see on the water that it goes not flat, it goes a little bit up. We can do that experiment if you want after the shiur. Okay? So he said, Ila tfufot, that is going to be full, but a little bit like extra, not really a line. Okay? Tanu Rabbanan. We're going back to the korbanot of the behema. We learn in the Mishnah, nishpach hadam. Again, we finish with that topic of the spices and the comets. We're going back, if you remember, about the blood. I'm going to be a little bit introduction. We spoke about the blood, that he have to slaughter the animal, and he have to pick up the blood in the keli. And when he put the blood in the keli, it's have to be like the first blood that's going from the throat. And over here, we're going to see like mixed opinion. Let's continue. It says, Tanu Rabbanan, nishpach adam ala ritzpa. What about if he slaughtered the behema and the blood was spilled on the floor, ve'asfo, and he picked up the floor into the keli, right? It's pasul, right? We learned that it's pasul. You cannot do it. The korban itself, it's pasul. Mina keli ala ritzpa. What about if he slaughtered the animal and he put it in the keli, and then by mistake he tripped or whatever, and the blood from the keli fell on the floor? Ve'asfo, we know in that case it's a kasher. The behema is a kasher. The Gemara asks, or Gemara is bring the source of that mixed opinion, or some say machloket. Mane hanimeli, where do we learn that? It's a Tanu Rabbanan. We learn in the Braita, velakach midam hapar, right? That the Kohen have to take from the blood of the par, midam hanefesh. He have to take the blood, midam hanefesh, velo midam haor. You know that when somebody, let's talk about animal and not a human being. When somebody cut the skin, all right? So first there is a blood of the skin, and if you continue to cut into the vein, right, the artery, then it's a different type of a blood. It's a blood of the artery, and it's not a blood of the vein. So the Gemara is asking, we over here, that we know that when he have to pick up the blood of the behema, when he slaughter it, not the blood that come off from the skin, but not from the skin, from the flesh under the skin, but the blood that's coming from the artery, okay? It have to be midam hapar. Midam hapar, it's mean midam hanefesh. What is the nefesh? The nefesh is the blood that's coming from the artery. Velo midam hatamtzit. And not also, dam hatamtzit is the blood that are dropping like slowly. That because of that, we know that it's not from the artery. It says, we learn from the pasuk, it says, midam hapar. Okay? What is midam hapar? The Gemara try to do some learning, or a trick, or a learning. I'm not going to say. The Gemara is learning. It's like written dam mehapar. It's taking the the letter mem, midam hapar, and if flip the mem, there's going to be dam mehapar. Okay, you see that? Dam mehapar yekabelenu. It have to be dam from the par that I lekablen. Ve'isal kadatach. If you want to say, okay, that midam hapar, like it's written midam hapar, right? Midam, it's mean ve'afilu miktzat dam. Right? Because it says midam hapar, so I don't care what kind of a blood. It can be also a blood that's coming from the par under the skin, right? The Amar Rav Yehuda says, hamekabel, the one that receive the blood from the keli, tzarich sheikabel et kol damo shel hapar. They have to collect all the blood that come out from the par. Shneemar, it says in the pasuk, ve'et kol dam hapar ishpoch el yesod hamizbeach. We know that he have to, after he collect the blood of the par, he have to take the blood of the par and he pour it on the corner of the mizbeach, right? Because it says et kol dam hapar, all the blood of the par, then we know that it have to be not just a little bit of the blood, but all the blood of the par. Ela shma mina mai midam apar. So why do we need that pasuk midam apar? Because we already learned from the pasuk vet kol dam apar that you need to bring all the blood of the par into the mizbeach. If you want to tell me midam apar, this is all dam apar, we already learned it. So the Gemara says an answer. That's why I'm learning from that pasuk. Instead of midam hapar, I'm going to flip up the mem. Dam mehapar yekabelenu. The kesavar and the Tana is learning that gorin umosifin vedorshin. Yes, because of that, I can do this svara to take one letter and put it on the next word. Okay, so that type of a learning, it is suitable and it's okay. Okay, so we learn instead of dam hapar, mid dam hapar, dam mehapar. And what we learn dam mehapar, it have to be the blood of the vein, the blood of the artery of the par, and it have to collect all of it. By Rav Papa. Okay, we're going back now to the Ktoret. Right? Same thing. We keep going with Rav Papa. We have a lot of questions and a lot of things. By Rav Papa. Rav Papa has a question. נתפזר הקטורת מבלוך אופניו. Let's say he picked up the Ktoret, and then he sneezed, whatever, and the Ktoret fell to the floor. If that case, ידו כצוואר בהמה דמי? Do you want to tell me in that case his hand is like the neck of the behema, right? What it does mean? That it's only a tool, upsula, and then the ktoret that dropped to the floor, the whole ktoret, everything is psula. Or dilma kikli sharet nami, the hands is only a keli. It's not like the tzavar. If we remember what we said just a couple of minutes ago, with that, if the blood fell on the floor, we had two cases. Are we going to say that if it fell on the floor, then it pasul? Or he picked up the blood on a keli and then it fell on the floor, the blood, then we say it's a kasher. So the Gemara bring the same situation from the dam into the ktoret. Are we going to say that because of the ktoret fell to the floor, then it's pasula, like the blood that fell on the floor pasula? Or we're going to say that the hand is like kli sharet, right? That, like the blood, he collect the blood, then it fell to the floor and he picked it up, then it's kasher, right? ככלי שרת דמי, ולא פסולה. The Gemara answer again, teko. Another question of Rav Papa. By Rav Papa, חישב חפינת הקטורת again, I'm going to explain what is a pigul. The Kohen Gadol have to do the avodah, and his thought have to be into the avodah he's doing. Concentrate, yes. It's called pigul. If he was thinking about the avodah, about something else, let's say he was doing the spices and say, you know what, that spices, I'm going to leave it, it's going to sit overnight for tomorrow. His machshava was not for the avodah right now. It's mean that the ktoret or whatever he did, it's pasul. Okay, it's called pigul. By Rav Papa, חישב בחפינת הקטורת, מהו? he said that I'm going to pick up the Ektoret, but it's going to be for tomorrow, it's not going to be for today. Mi amrinan yalif melo mimincha. Are we going to say that we learn, we have gzera shava, one word here, melo, one word here, melo mimincha, okay? Are we going to learn this melo mimincha? He says, what ma hatam bemincha mehani machshava, right? It's okay in a mincha that he's going to think about the korban that he's going to sacrifice later on, and then it's going to be okay. He says, hachanami, also here with the ktoret, mehani be machshava, right? Or lo, or we cannot sacrifice this mincha. Amar le Rav Shimi Barashi le Rav Papa. Rav Shimi Barashi's answer, Tashma. Okay, come, let's learn. Let's learn from Rabbi Akiva. Osif Rabbi Akiva, הסולת והקטורת והלבונה והגחלים שאם נגע טבול יום במקצתיו, פסל את כולן. Let's say somebody that was a tameh, that he already went to, we know tameh have to do two things, and he have to go to the mikveh at the day, but he's still not pure. He have to go to wait until the sun set. When the sun set, then it becomes tahor. What about if he just went to the mikveh and it's still daylight? The sun didn't set yet. What is that case if he touch solet ve'aktoret ve'alevona? He touched something that it's kadosh for avodah, right? Pasal et kulan, the whole. Let's say if it was spices, the whole spices is. Huh? זה כן משנה. זה כן משנה. אני צריך לבדוק איזה טומאה זאת. לא. אני צריך לראות את זה שמה, איזה טומאה זאת, אבל אנחנו מדברים על טומאה שכהן שרץ, בוא נגיד שרץ, כהן שנגע בשרץ הוא לא יכול להמשיך עבודה יותר. אז יש כהן אחר שיחליף אותו בעבודה, עד שהוא יטבול במקווה, יחכה לערב, ואז הוא יהיה טהור. אבל אם עכשיו, if the כהן touch the spices, are we going to say that only where he touched the spices are tameh, or the whole thing is tameh? Exactly. Kasal kadatach, we was taught, mide pasal tvul yom, the one that is tvul yom, pasla nami leina, also upasal leina. Leina, it's mean that something that was staying the whole night, that he, the lana lav, he lena. Mide lena pasla, only the lena pasla. Pasla nami machshava. We'll say also that the machshava also will be disqualify this this avodah, this ktoret, let's say. All right. Another question by Rav Papa. We're going to continue because it's a very, and tomorrow we have a long. By Rav Papa, chishev, if the Kohen Gadol, when he we remember on the Mizbeach, he have to like rake the coals, the gechalim, right? To bring it into the Kodesh or the Kodesh Kodashim in Yom Kippur to burn the spices. What about if he separate or he did the avodah of the gechalim? Bechetiat gechalim mahu. What is the case? Are we going to say the machshirei mitzvah, okay, that it's not really the mitzvah? We talked about the other day that the coals, it's called machshirei mitzvah. It's only a tool to help to do the mitzvah. What is the mitzvah? To burn the spices. But how can you burn the spices? You need coals, okay? So you consider the coals secondary to the mitzvah, okay? I'm gonna call it secondary to the mitzvah, but it's called machshir mitzvah, or kemitzvah dami, or the course itself, it's part of the mitzvah. You want to do it to get, you consider it as one mitzvah. The coals with the spices is the mitzvah, or lo? What is the answer? Come on. Teko. Right? Teko. We're going to finish right here. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen ve'amen. Tomorrow we have